Across the way over here is Jacuzzi Winery. That is our winery. Fred Cline is the grandson of one of the Jacuzzis who settled in Oakley, California. You guys are familiar with Highway 4 in Oakley? Okay. So we dedicated the building across there to them in 2007. The Clines came and put this winery together here in 1989. And we'll tell you who owned it before and all that kind of stuff when we get around the corner here. All of our Italian wines are over there, varieties, and we're all French Rhones here. Same winemaker, and we make all the wines here, and we bring the wines across the street. You're on now 350 acres of land, okay? And we have 17 different varieties of grapes that grow here. But all of our ancient vine wines come from Oakley, California, which is 60 miles southeast of here on Highway 4. If you see our ancient vine wines, in order to be called an ancient vine wine, you have to be over 80 years old to be an ancient vine wine. Some of them are dated back to 1880. So what happened was the Jacuzzis, 13 kids came from Italy, settled in Oakley, and what happened was one of the kids, they were engineers and very smart people. They wanted to, being Italians, they wanted to grow grapes. So they put grapes in over there in Oakley, but then they had to figure out a way to irrigate them. So they developed a pump, and when you come back, you'll see that big water fountain back there. That's a Jacuzzi pump, one of the original pumps. So what they did is they made a pump to take the water from the delta into their vineyards for irrigation. One of the 13 kids came down with rheumatoid arthritis, and he was in real bad shape. So they took him 60 miles each way to Oakland once or twice a week to give him a hot bath. Well, one of the sisters said, you know, you guys are so smart, why don't you do something for your brother? Well, they said, okay, we will. So they took the pump, they reversed the action on the pump, put him in a big tub with hot water, put the motor in there and made bubbles, and he was happy as hell. Okay, well, they thought they were going to electrocute him. So they took the motor out, rolled the holes in the side, and now you had the beginning of the Jacuzzi hot tub. Okay? Oh. Interesting, same family. It's our owner's grandfather, great-grandfather that did that. Huh?
Roy Jacuzzi?
No, it's not Roy. It was Valeriano. Roy is probably one of the kids after, yeah. We're an organic, we'll stop right here for a second. We're an organic farm. We don't spray anything on anything. We hand pick everything. We just pruned all of these vines. These are Merlot and Chardonnay vines you see here. And everything that comes off of here, and when you see all the prunings, most people take them, put them in a pile and burn them, right? But we don't. We take them and we actually graft them onto the anti-phylloxera rootstock. In California, we have anti-phylloxera rootstock because in this particular soil, the mites can live, and they attack the vines. So all of our vines, if you're a Merlot, the Merlot vine root does not go into the ground. It goes onto the rootstock and is grafted like this on top of it. This was just full of all the prunings here this morning. They've all been hand-picked up, and they go to our ranch over in Petaluma, and we actually graft them, and they actually grow vines from that. So when we need more of Merlot or whatever it is that we're pruning, we're growing it ourselves. So we don't waste a thing. We're completely sustainable here, including our electricity, which you'll see in a second. That we're on this property, that little greenhouse. If you guys want to come back and look inside, you'll see a big hole in the ground and a room for people to take their clothes off, and then they would drop themselves inside there and get all nice and hot and toasty and get rid of all their aches and pains and come back up and then dry off. There was a string of these across the property. Don't know exactly how many of them, but there's graffiti on the wall in there from 1877. People were scratching it in. It's kind of neat.
When did the bathhouses get shut down?
Oh, they were shut down, gosh, when, I really don't know. I couldn't give you the exact year. I could find that out for you.
There's springs all over.
There's springs. Yeah. But here's what happened. It's not hot now because we had a little phenomenon in 1906. It was called an earthquake. And it shifted all the plates underneath where we're standing, and it closed off all the hot water. Okay? Now it could happen again, that it would go backwards, but I don't want to be here. Okay? All right? Because those eucalyptus trees will fall down on top of us.